What's going on YouTube? So we are, Happy New Year by the way. 1st of January, we've got 2 events today in 2 different locations for the same client, and we're going to be doing their reception on Saturday as well. So the next gig log is going to be their reception, so make sure you guys check that out as well. So let's run through where we're at and what we're doing. So we are downtown Fresno at the Grand 1401 and we're on the top floor. So I'm going to run you through what the setup looks like. It's pretty basic. It's going to be a Jago, also known as a pre-wedding party. One of my DJs is going to be doing girls side. I'm going to be doing the boys side. What we're going to do is set up the DJ booth over this side here with a black facade. I'm going to put one speaker here, another speaker here with the sub. So sub speaker right here. And then the lights, I'll see how I'm going to do it, whether it's going to be on each side or whether I'm going to keep them over here in this vicinity. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure that out as I go along. And then we're going to run the QSC mixer and 2 new moving headlights which I've purchased as well. I'm going to be doing a review on those pretty soon, so make sure you guys. Alright, so we are set up. We just got to tidy up the cloth on the truss a little bit, but that's pretty much it. So we've got the QSCs on each side, and then we've got 1 light and 2 lights, and we're going to set the lights up just as guest center, something a bit different on each ceiling. And usually these pre-wedding parties are pretty colorful, so we're just going to go with something color matching to the tablecloth right here, and then that's it. So I'm going to move off to my next location and start setting up there. Right guys, we are at our second venue and the event which I'm going to DJ at. So crazy thing is, we turned up at the first venue that they told us and there was no one there. So we made some phone calls and realized that the client told us the incorrect venue, or they changed it at some point and didn't bother telling us. And we're all there like, yo, this place is locked up, what the hell's going on? It's getting close to the time as well. So yeah, we just turned up at the second venue and we've been here before, done a gig log on it as well. So we're going to be setting up pretty much the same what we've done earlier at the other venue. So we're going to position ourselves on the left hand side over here because the stage is kind of taken up. I'll zoom in a little bit. So stage is kind of taken up with the decorations and stuff, so we're going to set up on the left hand side over here somewhere, and then we'll position the lights and speakers accordingly. But yeah, we're running very close to time just because we were told the incorrect venue, so I'm going to start setting up. Alright guys, so we are done. I'm going to walk you through the setup, what it looks like. We kept the volume low at the moment because the groom had requested it, as they've got a newborn on site, so we just want to keep the volume low, let them take their pictures, and then we'll raise the volume up as guests are starting to enter. But per request of the groom, that's what we've done. So we've got the lights shining, kind of color matching as well. So one of my QSCs stopped working, so I'm switching to my EVs. So I got EV to the right, EV to the left, to the right, and then 2 QSC subs, one there and one there. And then we've lifted the lights up onto the stage just to give them a bit of height. There's one hiding just behind there already. And then we've got the white booth on the left hand side. It's pretty much the best location that we could get. We had to really squeeze it in there, but we got the job done. And that's how we're looking today. Right, YouTube family, so we are on the second day, first day of setup. We're at the venue where we first started yesterday, because we set up top. It's like a 10 floor building, and we're now on the ground floor, and we're going to set up for the reception, which is in 2 days time. So this is a pretty big production. I am very much looking forward to it, but also very frightened about a lot of things. There's a lot of moving parts, so we're going to see how that goes on. I've got a team of boys going to come in about 5 or 10 minutes. I got here a little bit early, which is unlike me, which is good. Yeah, we're going to start loading the truck in. So that's 1 truck, then we're going to go storage, load up the truck again, bring another loaded truck of equipment, trusses, screens, speakers, lights, everything. Like, this production is going to be huge. So we're starting off the year very, very well and very strong. So let's keep that going, and I will share some more information with you guys once I've got some equipment in and how we're going to do the setup. But at the moment, there's a team just de-rigging from last night's event, which we knew the DJs and all that kind of stuff, so we knew what was happening here, which is a really nice event. And lucky for them, they finished at like 9 o'clock. What event finishes at 9 o'clock? Anyways, let's get going. We're gonna start emptying the truck out and then we'll go from there. Here's another issue that people just, I don't know, man, they just make our lives difficult. So we've agreed on a time to come in at 12 o'clock, and we got this truck right in front of that door right there with the trailer. There's no way of us getting our truck, which is the big box truck, close to that to get it all loaded up. So we got to wait for this truck to move out of the way, and they're taking their sweet time, and we're in a time constraint. We agreed to come in at 12 o'clock, and we got to finish at 5 o'clock, which is nowhere near enough time for us because we still got to go load up the truck again, storage, all that kind of stuff. It just makes life so much more difficult, man. Alright guys, so we are in, the boys are still loading up, but I'm going to run you through what the idea is. We've got some equipment all over the place, screens, sound, cables, lights, more sound, trussing, more stuff at the back down there on the back wall. It's just stuff everywhere. Alright, cool. So bride and groom are going to be seated on this stage. This is our dance floor. It's pretty small, but we're going to make do. We know that the floor wrap is coming up to these AC vents, so we're going to position the screen in accordance to that, and all of that is just going to basically be wasted space. Well, actually our big screen is going to come back here, and we're going to have another front facade for the screen on the front here, and then that's going to butt up right onto the wrap. So that's going to be like a fluent design, you know, flows all the way through. So what the plan is with the trussing is to basically build a square / rectangle. So we're going to be building a rectangle coming all the way across here somewhere, and then we're going to lift that up in the air, and then all of our lights, CO2, all of that kind of good stuff is going to go on there. So we're going to bring all of the stuff in and then start. I've already started rigging, and we'll get it on the stands, lift that up, and then we'll go step by step, and I'll try and document as much as I can. Guys, 8 o'clock in the morning, next day. We are walking on site. I'm going to meet some of the boys here. We're going to have a quick meeting, discuss what the game plan is, plan of action. Might be a few changes to the truss structure. I'm going to go through that right now. So let's see what's going on. Alright, update time. So this is how we've got it on the end after a few changes with the team. So we've got like washes, and we decided to stagger out the cannons. So we've got a cannon here, and these are not in line, so they're basically going to fire off kind of, this cannon's over here, and then the other cannon is a step away over here, and then the other one step away over here, and then this one over here is a step away as well. So they're going to be kind of offset. And then we've got beam, wash, wash, beam, wash, beam, wash, and then the same on this side. And the idea is that we're not going to use any of the venue lights. We're going to use all of the washes, and we're going to point these washes out towards the seating area so we can highlight those. We have 10 washes in total, so we've only used 8 on the trusses. And then what our plan is, there's going to be a bar over here somewhere, so we're going to plan to put another wash up onto a truss right there, or somewhere around here, so we can highlight the bar specifically. Might change the color and change the mood of that particular one. And then we'll do the same as well. So there's going to be food, over this side, so we're going to put a wash over all the way down there somewhere. So the plan of action here is to lift this truss. Now our constraint, or our issue, is that we don't have, originally we was going to lift it from here where we had this truss connecting to this truss. We don't have that anymore, so we can't lift it from this point, but we do have this side, but we're using this side for screens. But we could have still lifted from here, but we're not going to, because obviously we got to keep it symmetrical and there's nothing here. So what we've come up with is for us to have one stand here, another stand on this side, and we'll lift these up simultaneously. What we'll then do is add a smaller truss into it to support it, so that'll be, then the truss will be sitting at an angle like that, and then what we'll do is come over here and then lift this side up. So we'll move the crank stands over here and over here, lift that side up, and then put some more smaller lengths into that side, and then we'll come over this side again and then repeat that process as well. Day number 3 of setting up. We got the boys starting the screen right there. They're all working very quickly. We are at 12 o'clock. We came in at 10. I'm going to do a little bit more DMXing once I can get this big ladder available. So I'm going to let them do their thing. So sound wise, let's run through that. We've got an EV on this side, a QSC here, just because we've got a little bit of a shortage of a speaker. One of my speakers blew out. We've got a QSC, and a QSC in reverse polarity for cardioid settings. And then exactly the same on this side. And then what we're also going to do is we have the old school big heavy QSC floor standers. So we're going to set these up as our side fills, somewhere over here, and then somewhere all the way down there somewhere, just to fill this kind of area up. And that's pretty much it. We got the CO2s in, tested, good. We obviously still need to align them and get all of that sorted up, but once we get up there we'll fix that. And then we got to dial in the lighting as well. We'll get that done. We got some QSC up here, QSC up here as well. And yeah man, it's looking good so far. Alright guys, so I wanted to run you through whilst I've got the chance to. We are basically done. Let me zoom this out a little bit. So we've got the screens covered up with the straps up there, looks really nice. We've got haze running, one over here, one over there. Got the screens on the front, screens on the back. A lot of lighting. So this lighting is basically set for kind of guests entering. And we still got like daylight coming through. So once we dim that, we've got haze running, we're going to wait for that. This thing's going to go up in the air and get supported from the truss. So we'll see what happens there. And we are all set. I've got my camera tripod, a QSC at the back, a Flex 10, iPad for monitoring the QSC wirelessly, my laptop, WMX. And let me walk you through the WMX scenes real quick. So these are the scenes that we've got: guest entrance, family entrance, bride and groom entrance, first dance, and then bride and groom seated. So I'm gonna hit family entrance. This is what family entrance looks like. I'm gonna hit bride and groom entrance, and then this is what bride and groom entrance looks like. It looks crazy all the way around the venue, because it should be. And then first dance. So the dance floor at that point gets highlighted, only not the guests, so everything else is going to be pitch black, and just the dance floor just going like that, first dance. And then that's basically it. And then bride and groom seated. So what happens here is it basically moves to these small moving heads, these baby ones that we've got. So they're gonna move to the stage and look something like that once the seat's there. So we're gonna probably dim it a little bit more. We'll get the photographers involved and see how much light they want at what color temperature. And then we've got the washes at the back. We've got the pin spots highlighting these King's tables on the sides. And yeah, man, it's looking really good so far. There you go, give you another look. So guys, I just had an emergency phone call from one of my team members as I went home to go and get changed. That apparently the decorators are trying to hang some shit and it's collapsing the trussing. And we all the team just got an emergency phone call. We're rushing here and we're gonna see what the hell's going on. And it's 6 o'clock and the decorators have everything up. So yeah, man, this thing good.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your party Ladies and gents, one more time, make some noise for your beautiful bride and groom. And this evening, we're having adjustment. Welcome to your reception. Take you to work, piss on your casket, shit at your bra. Eat some nasty, roll you in a gun. Get graphic, you in a car. I wish a brand new roll in the mouth. I put a brand new roll on your arm. Ain't you slow, what you still on arm. Tennis races and they came with a fraud. Everything's all the way up to your jaw. Stuff on the sweat. Thank you, friends and family. Please find your seats. Thank you. That's a cheap switch. That means
गल मेरी मन मेरा लगना नहीं जी मेरा लगना नहीं मन ना मैं तो दूर हो जावी ना मैं तो दूर हो जावी ओ जिवें बदलां दे ओले होया चन ना मैं तो ओले हो जावी तू गल मेरी मन मेरा लगना नहीं जी मेरा लगना नहीं मन ना मैं तो दूर हो जावी ना मैं तो दूर हो जावी
There's a lot of noise, guys, but yeah, that is it. The guys are gonna start de-rigging, take all the hardware down. Already got the screens coming down. Guys are all over the place, passing stuff. Daniel, we got a bunch of guys all over the place. So it takes a massive team to do what we do. This type of production ain't no joke, man. But we did it. It was an amazing night.